picked this up on the Facebook yesterday. This is the Bentley Series 10. It is Korean made from 1981 to about 1988, St. Louis music brand type thing, who eventually became Cort, but C-O-R-T. And this is Bentley, B-E-N-T-L-Y, not B-E-N-T-L-E-Y like the car, but a lot of people still spell it B-E-N-T-L-E-Y. Not that that matters much, but the house kind of stunk. I got it from. Kind of smells like dog vomit and Twizzlers. Yeah, definitely. But anyway, stick around if you want to check this thing out. We're going to fix it and make it shine like a diamond in a goat's. But anyway, here we go. Okay, here's kind of a close-up of what we're working with. That's not cracks, that's actually wood grain that's showing through. It's just kind of an ugly piece of wood they used here. Streaky. It kind of looks like poplar. It probably is, going by the weight of it. Fretware. See if I can get the light to shine on there. You can see the little divots in the frets. This was somebody's player. Not bad. Not too bad of wear either. Looks like there's a little bit. Some of the tops are knocked off a little bit. Headstock is filthy with strings, you know, not cutting off the ends of your strings. That was cool at some time, but really not anymore. Looks like the nut has been definitely replaced because it's sitting up here too high. We can shave that down a little bit. And going up here, switch seems good. Yeah, good clicky clacky going back and forth. Looks like we don't have the 454 Chevrolet pickups on here. Looks like we just have some regular stock made in Korea pickups. Same thing with the bridge. Looks like they match. This is your motor mount for a 6-banger, obviously. Got saddles on it. Actually, it's a little pitted. And here's your tail piece. Looks like it's slightly pitted and slightly curved. Not bad though. I've seen these things really curved just from string pull, the super cheap ones. Looks like this one's a little bit better, but not too bad. Little rust going on there. Potentiometers. Oh, that's not good. A little loose. Maybe it works. Oh, maybe everything's moving. Chance the wires got pulled away. These two seem fine, but there's a little dingy right there. Little ding in the finish, couple dings, one small one. Bunch of dings up in here, so small little indentations. Not too bad. Not a lot of pick wear. So good, so the person that played actually knew how to play the guitar. You should not, a pick guard, I mean, your pick should never really hit the pick guard if you know how to play. But let's check out the back here, and then bigger in life, there it is. Made by Samick, made in Korea. Looks like everything's here. Oh, missing 3 screws. The neck. Yeah, got a little indentation on the neck. That's not a repair. That just looks like a ding, actually. And on this side, a little rough. That nut hangs out past the end of the neck there. And we got some cheap one dog ear tuners that they're just cheapies. Kind of a less polished headstock, minus the open book look. But yeah, those aren't bad tuners. Those aren't bad, but it is absolutely filthy. We're going to do a little bit of a clean job on this thing. Check it out for sound. First thing you want to do is, hey, let's see what we got to do, the electronics. Let's plug her in, see what sound we got. Hey, staticky, but it works. Oh, we got tonage. We do have tonage. Let's check the other pickup. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got nothing on the other pickup. We got nothing. So, let's see. Let's go back to this one. So the neck pickup works. Bridge pickup does not. See if in the middle position we get anything. Nope. It is all neck. So if something's wrong with the bridge pickup, sometimes it's the switch. I hear a little crackle. Could just be me touching the strings. Got nothing out of this pot. But maybe changing a pot out, we'll find out. Here we go. Okay, I got the two back plates off, and upon visual inspection, everything's hooked up. Visually, it looks fine. You got the wire coming in off the jack, the yellow wire, and then you got the black and the red wire going back to the pickups, potentiometers. And just as I suspected, this one's loose. As you can see, I can turn it from the front of the guitar, and somebody twisted it up there. So I'm thinking we've got some kind of a wire, probably that came off of this or is loose. The tone the tone is hooked correctly, and it is all tight and hooked up. I can't even see that one, so that one's got to come off. All right, let's take her out and let's see if that's what the problem was. Let's try to do the untwisting of it. Wow, that's some twisted up wire right there. Somebody spun that around and around. It was probably working intermittently, and somebody screwed it up. Let's see. There she blows, right there. There's your disconnection. If you can see that, I'll try to get that up there. Wire is disconnected from twisting around on the pot. I'm sure it is fine, but I will check it with the meter. But it obviously came loose while somebody was messing around twisting on it. So this is relatively an easy fix. Okay, here we go. Let's strip that wire off. Bare some wires. That's where it came off right on the center, right there. Hopefully you can see this. Take that wire, get us a little wire exposed, and a little more than that. I like a little more than that. Show. There we go. Awfully small gauge wire, but you know, when they build them cheap, they build them cheap. First thing I want to do is not get in the way of the camera, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I think so. We're gonna do a little meltage. Melt this thing, open that hole back up. Whoop, my hands are shaking. What's up? I'm getting old and shaky. There, we got the hole back open. That's what we wanted. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas. Put this thing back in the carrier, just so it's safe. And I'll wind these up a little bit. If they'll wind, not a whole lot of gauge there to grab a hold of, but it's got to make contact with that right there. So I always put a little hook up. Man, that's not a lot of wire to work with. Ooh, man. And I'm half blind, one eye, and can't see out of the other. So, dang, I can't see that. That is so. I'm trying to get some kind of twisting motion on it. Let's see. I may just poke it straight down in it. And just, there we go. There we go. And take my little pokey tool. Move that wire, make sure it doesn't connect to anything else. Looks like we have connection, Roger. Now, I'm not going to do a soldering tutorial here, but I have my own way of soldering things, my own way of wiring things, and people look at it and go, dang, why do you do it like that? Just my own way of doing stuff. I like to tin it, touch it, boom. We should have connection. Oh, that's short for connection. All right, we should be good to go. Man, they didn't put much on that, did they? They used some thin wire, but that should be all we need to do. As far as getting a connection, I usually like to let it cool, but I don't think that's gonna hurt much. Let's plug her in here. See if we have soundage now. Whoa, okay. We definitely have noise. Ah, jack problems. Okay, we gotta look elsewhere. That's not the only problem. Ha! We might have a bad pickup. Should have owned that out before I did all this. That would have been the smart thing to do. Not getting anything. Alright. Get out the ohm meter. Alright, well I had to take the strings off. We're going to lift up this pickup and see what we're working with. One single blue wire. Okay, so it's only the blue wire that comes out of there. The other one is obviously not to this. The other ones are bridge ground, and we got the other pickup bumping off of it going into a tone. Looks like somebody got a little creative. This is not how a normal Les Paul is wired, but I've looked at enough of them. It's just the blue wire. Okay, so the blue wire is grounded and it comes into there. All right, so going across. So this black wire, we have two or just one? We've got two. Got this black wire and this black wire both coming in this volume. Okay, that's cool because one is going to the tone. That makes sense. So this black wire is coming in from the switch. Okay, so it goes from the switch to there, then this potentiometer opens up and it's supposed to go across to there. What I'm reading, and then to the blue pickup. Well, the blue pickup shoots the stuff down here and then it goes out the jack. I'm saying it backwards. But goes to the switch, then out to the jack. And this, the yellow wire, is the one that's traveling down here. So we've got to ohm out the switch to make sure we have a connection to, okay, let's go to, I can't see. Have I said that before? The black one is on that side. So let's go from the terminal there. There's the white wire, and we should ohm out to that. Oh, we do. Okay, so that white wire, the one on the bottom, goes to here. Okay. Then it's supposed to go across when opened up to here, so we should have a 0. Ooh, it's all the way up. We might have a bad. We got this thing's grounding itself out, I think. Let me pull it out a little. Oh, okay. I didn't want it to break, but all right, now let's see. Let's see if we got any connection here. It should be wide open. Oh, there we go. I saw something. Oh. It's in and out. What are we doing? All right, let's put them in the holes. These definitely will give us an idea. Where we go. Okay, so the potentiometer is working. Oh, I got it out here. It seems intermittent, so let's give her a little cleaning. Okay. Alright. I'll be back when I check a couple other things. Okay. I don't know if you can pick up the numbers on this, but we seem to have hit something here. Apparently we were grounding something out, but that's 8.63 reading off the pickup. And as I turn it down, you can see the potentiometer is now going down. It might have just been gunked up, or we had a wire that was something that was touching ground, which that makes a little more sense. So now, let's plug her in again. That's how you test to see if you got power to it. So now, still have some. Oh, we did. Okay. Now let's see, just doing the tapping. Ah, look at there. The bridge is firing. Let's turn that all the way up. We found it. That was all. It was just that potentiometer was grounding itself. I pulled that leg out, sprayed it out, and that fixed the problem. So now we know she's running. That's one thing you want to know. Does everything work on it? And is it a cheap fix? Because if it is like if the pickups were out, this thing would become parts on eBay. I wouldn't even mess with it at all. I stopped working on $200 guitars a long time ago because I'm not going to put an all-day affair in fixing one of these. But now, I've got a little problem with the jackage too. I'll take the jack out. We'll take a look at it. Jack was giving us a little hissy fit there. So one thing you can do is take a little bit of fine sandpaper, give it a little brush through there. Make sure we're getting a good connection. I know usually, yeah, I'm already exposing some metal there. All right, doesn't take much. And we'll go ahead and bend her over just a hair. Make sure we're good and tight there. We're good and tight. And I like to roll this thing up here just to be safe. Just jam it up in there and spin her around a little bit. Make sure we're a little loose there. I'm gonna, just to make sure we've got steel wool. I don't have any steel wool at the moment. I don't know where I put it. I've got it, I just don't know where it is. But make sure we get it all nice and clean. Give it a little squirt of contact cleaner. All right, and we need to, where's my needle nose? Don't have needle nose. They're here somewhere. Let's get this thing tight, as tight as we can. Yeah, there we go. Now we shouldn't have any jack problems. That should be close to dry. It's pretty quick drying stuff. There's no lubricant in this contact cleaner. This WD-40 contact cleaner, been having some luck with it. If you touch a potentiometer and you notice that it's very hard to turn, hit it with WD-40 first. Just a little, not a lot. Make sure it's working. Twist the knob back and forth with the WD-40 and then clean it with this. And WD-40 contact cleaner, they should sponsor me, but they're not going to. All right, we're just gonna let that hang. Let's test it since the strings are off. We're good. Potentiometer, let's turn it down. A little quieter. Potentiometer's working. All right, I'm not getting any static whatsoever out of the jack. I'm moving it around. Nothing. We are good. Everything electronically is working. But while I got it on here, we're gonna hit the other potentiometers since they move and they're loose. Go ahead and load them up with a little of the juice here. But that one needs to be twisted around. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but all right. Do the same thing in this one. All right, now kind of moving back and forth. Tighten them, loosen them, tighten them, loosen them. Tighty, righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. That's always a stupid saying. Now that stuff, of course, is a little drippage will come out of here. Let me go ahead and contact cleaner the inside of that. All right, we are fixed and we're at 1,000% on a $10 guitar. I'm kidding. It's probably worth over 200. By the time I get through with it, it's going to be 250. But anyway, well, now it's time to clean her up and get that dog vomit Twizzler smell out of it. It's been sitting around for a while. So this is the boring part. So it's time to speed it up and play some music. Go.
Got the blues, drowning the blues. It's a good way to lose the misery of my heart. Doesn't make sense. My mind's for rent, going to the highest bidder. I'm chained to the ground, and the only sound is my guitar screaming emotion. Wipe away the tears and face all my fears and sink in my own little ocean. They call me a loser and I guess they're right. face of a man who's broken. I'm tired of looking at my well-being. Tuck me away and turn to dust. I'm a grain of sand, I'm a desperate man. No one can hear my scream. Trapped in a world between my ears. I'm coming up on it the seams.
There she is, all nice and clean. About as pretty as she's gonna get. Came out pretty good. She shined up, got her some new strings, fixed the electronic problems. Back of it looks pretty good. She cleaned up pretty nice. It's time to get her online, get her sold. Neck pickup. Intonation's a little off. Bridge pickup. Bridge pickup. Intonation's just a little off. Doesn't quite sound perfectly in tune. Okay. One thing you have to factor in is, how much time do you want to invest in something like this, and is it going to be worth it? To look through here on solds on Reverb, the closest thing to the Bentley Series 10 single cut bolt-on is kind of a cheaper one that went for $299, and we used TerraPeak on eBay, and you can look and see that. Hold on, we're not having movement. There we go. There is, hold on, let's go and spell it the right way. Bently. Let's do that. See if we have any. Oh yeah, looks like 175 this thing brought on May 28th. That's a Les Paul looking one. Let's click on it. Yeah, similar, but plain. It's just black and plain. Let's go on down here, see if we can find another Les Paul looking cell. There we go. There's a Bentley Guitar Series 10, went for $2.25. So that's okay. That's definitely a Les Paul that has the original, maybe the original case or one they put in it. That one's more set up like the Les Paul Custom. That is a little higher end model. So, let's see. So I would have to say there's one that went for $160, very similar to this one. Does it have the streaky wood in it? Yeah, that's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, this one is mostly like it, and it brought $160 January 10th, 2023, right there. So my estimate is going to be tops probably about a $200 guitar. The most one ever brought was $500, but that's a completely different model. Bentley also built the Series 10 part of Bentley also built the Rickenbacker copy, and they're commanding some money. Those are actually collectible and they're pretty well built. But anyway, so we're dealing with $175 to $200 value on this, so I know now what to put in it. I'm not going to put some major time or major parts in it because it's just not going to be worth it.